Hi there, it's Kathy from Maryland. We are going to do a really fun project today. How would you like to learn to make these amazing envelopes? It's a double envelope flip out that is inspired by Joie, and they're made from these old book pages. So let me just show you how it works. This is fall inspired, of course. So it's two envelopes actually and get glued together, and there's all kinds of fun room for ephemera and gifts and all kinds of cute little things in these pockets. Lots of collaging, as you'll see. So we're going to do it step by step. I found this amazing Wind in the Willows children's book in the thrift shop. So this is kind of themed after that. And I had a lot of fun doing this. The images were just great. Yeah, you can just pack it with all kinds of little bookmarks and things. And it's a very simple project, but just getting images in the right direction can be a little bit tricky the first time you do it. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll put these to the side. So what supplies you need for this? You need a couple of old book pages. These are like 8.5 by 11. The nice thing about these is they're pretty thick. I found this old bird encyclopedia at the thrift shop as well, and they're just nice large pages and they're thick. You'll need some old book pages and things for collaging. I have some images I've gathered, some ephemera and things that I want to use that are fall inspired for this project. Some die cuts, some stamps. I might do a little stenciling. I have a whole bunch of my washi tape here, and distress ink. So just a little potpourri of everything is on the desk right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So as I said, these are about 21 by 27.5 centimeters or 8.5 by 11. And the first thing that we're going to do is score these. So the bottom flap is going to flip up, and that's going to be about 2 3/4. You want the bottom to be a little bit less than the top because you want to be able to see what's inside your folder. So that's 2 3/4. Top of the envelope is going to flip down at 3 inches. So this is the bottom, and this is the top. So you can see the top comes over the bottom a little bit. And now we'll do the sides. And after playing with it, I like a 1/2 inch is fine. So we'll do a 1/2 inch on each side. Let's go ahead and just do both. By the time you get all the collaging and everything done, this is quite a sturdy little envelope. Okay, next thing that we're going to do is we are going to cut these to make them more like an envelope. So this is the bottom, and that's the top. We're going to cut this line up to that first horizontal cross, right to that. And then we're going to turn it upside down, and about 1 centimeter, we're going to just do a little diagonal cut on both sides. And once you get this, you can make any kind of an envelope. The top is a little bit different. We're going to take a bigger chunk out of the top. We're going to go over about 1 centimeter from that crease and angle it back down to that horizontal line. And honestly, I've drawn lines and you don't really need to. And again, just angle it away from that. There. Simple as that. Those get folded in, that gets folded up, and the top gets folded down. So that's what our envelope looks like. Okay, so just to show you basically what we're going to do. And I like to do this in the beginning, so you should do this so you don't make the mistake that I made. So we're going to call this the bottom envelope, okay? We do not need to decorate. This gets glued. So from here to here does not need to get decorated, nor does this, nor does this, because, and I'm going to write here bottom envelope, because last time I went and did all that, did a beautiful little collage, and it gets glued up. You don't see it. So you don't have to decorate here, the bottom half of that, or the top, because this top gets glued into that envelope, and then that's what becomes the flip. Everything else basically on this envelope, except again here, because that flaps up, so you really don't need to decorate or collage in here either, just up until that point. Okay? You can just leave that be. If you don't like these side pieces, those get covered as well. And again, just cover from here to here. They're not that offensive, actually. It's a nice manila paper. I don't know if I'll cover those or not. So let's go ahead and start with the bottom. One thing that Joie pointed out, you can do this any orientation you want. With her flip out envelope, she opened it like this. You could see the images here. So the inside was more that way. My whole envelope, the images are up and down that way. And then that, when you turn it over, it's like that. So you can do it. Let's see how I did this one. Yeah. Actually, I did start that one like that. I did that little background like that. This gets filled in with papers, so it's not that, I mean, look at that little picnic. How cute is that? I had to use that whole thing. And that is a different, I did not probably collage as much as Joie did. There's a lot of collaging on here. But that picture just had to be seen because that was just like, come on, that's just way too cute. I had to do it. So let's go ahead. But as you can see, this is where these two attach. And then that closes up like that. Okay? So let's put these back over here. We'll start with the bottom. So I have a couple pieces. Oh, the other thing is I splattered some just shopping paper. You know, this is the packing paper that comes with Amazon packages and things. And I use that quite a bit in my collaging. So we'll get some of that ready to go. And let's see what we have over here. So what I like to do is I actually put in bigger pieces of ephemera and downloads, and then I collage over top of those. That's kind of like my style. Well, the other thing I was going to say is that I'll be using some of this 3-in-1 glue because it doesn't make the paper ripple. And I'll also be using my Hues stick and a little bit of art glitter. I just found that it's kind of nice to use that 3-in-1 glue for this project. It dries fast too. I really like it. I'm sorry, I didn't say one thing. We're going to reinforce this joint right here because this is one of the areas that gets used a lot. So let's just go ahead and put a piece of paper over that. So a lot of gluing, a lot of cutting, a lot of collaging. So what I would say, if you were doing this at home, just put on some music and have some fun. It really is a lot of fun. I enjoyed this so much. You know, you can just really get creative and have fun with this. And I've already got some ideas for gifts for this. You can fill those little pockets with all kinds of stuff, and to have someone give you that for your birthday, you know, like any kind of a sweet little message in there, and a Starbucks card, or, you know, whatever. They're just really, really cute. I'm going to stick some photos in there, give one, I think, to my granddaughter for her birthday. Okay, so we're all set now. Sometimes I just glue right on here, and sometimes I'll glue right onto the paper. pumpkin right here. That's very cute. Let's try that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. I think because this also has this white here, when that gets flipped over, I'm going to just go ahead and put a piece of washi tape down there. Yeah, that's better. Okay, we need something right in here. Something with not as much pattern. Maybe I just put a little bit of, you know, I kind of, when I get stuck like that, I just go back to neutral and just put like book page. And that just helps me somehow, because you can always work around that and add to it. Yeah. And then we'll leave part of this up so I can stick something underneath there. I'm going to go with that specimen tag, and then I'll add something on it. That's what's nice about this. You can, as you know, when you get to the end, you can get your stamps out, and that's why I love collaging. And as you know, when I did these other two, as you go, you keep going back and forth and building. I don't think I ever just finished one area and then was like, oh, I'm done with that. Now let's go to another area. So this right here is looking like it really needs something to me. Oh, maybe I have a couple of, no, it's not really tall enough for a die cut, but that is what I was thinking. I'm going to talk myself into this, you know I am, because I like it there. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to cut this off. And then it doesn't really matter where that ends. I can just rip it off because that's going to get covered up. Okay, let's straighten out the stem, Kathy. Gosh, I've been having so much fun with pleating paper. Just a little bit here and a little bit there, and it is cute. I mean, look at that. But right now, let's go ahead and do these. And then we could actually get that glued up. So this is just about ready to get to put aside and work on the other one. So glue this, because then you'll know exactly how much has to get glued instead of trying to glue here. Nice. Okay, so for right now, that is finished. We will start working on the top. I am going to sew that little pleated paper and come back and regroup my mess. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, there's just lots of paper flying everywhere here. It's everywhere. Yeah, that'll go right on there like that. And then that will fold up. So that's cute. I like it. It's a good start. It's a good start. We still need something in here. Maybe something over here. But I like it, and I think it's nice. I like using the washi on the edges of the paper too. Okay, I shall return. Okay, I am back, and believe it or not, I did clean up, but I think this is just the nature of this project. I can't apologize for it, but I am going to anyway. I'm sorry. I don't know how people keep their desks so clean when they're working on this type of thing. But anyway, the only thing I've done is I glued that, sewed the top of that, and glued that on. I had a couple more thoughts for here and right here, and then I'm going to put this aside and we'll work on our other envelope and get this going. So I just kind of ripped the edges of this cute little owl, and I thought he would be really nice here. So he's going to go there. I might tuck this little red label under him, sort of, just to kind of get those guys under that flap a little bit. So let's get him going. Do that first. Did I show you guys the cutest pin cushion ever? I did in one of my other videos. It's like an atlas. It's a little vintage pin cushion. So when I remember, I take my pin from my glue and I put it in there. I know I only have a few subscribers, and I'm so thankful for you guys, but I need a little feedback. You know, just a little morsel or a thumbs up or something. Do you guys like my videos? Should I keep doing them? So, you know, just if you can take a minute and give me a thumbs up or a little comment like, yeah, you're doing a good job, or we hate your stuff and why are you doing this? Anything. I'm just honestly asking for feedback. I'm not asking for, you know, accolades or anything else. I just want to know if the content that I'm putting out there is helpful, if it's inspiring, if I should keep doing this. I really, really like doing this and will continue to do it, and don't do it for that reason. But I mean, I think in anything in life, you need to have some feedback. I guess the main thing is I want to know if you want me to do something else. Would you like me to try new things, different things? I actually do. I mean, it's a goal for me, of course, is to try some things that I haven't done yet. I basically need to be inspired by projects or I can't even do them. So I think what I'm doing so far, I've really loved. And I've had so much fun doing it. I think at this point, I'd like to glue this to here, because then we can really begin seeing what these two look like together. So let's go ahead. We'll use the 3-in-1. We'll get this bottom one glued onto the top. So we're just going to glue this whole thing. We want to leave a little space so that can bend. So when I put this in here, I just want to make sure I'm leaving a little, maybe like an 1/8, 1 millimeter, not even, no, not an 1/8 of an inch, just like a millimeter. I think that looks good. Yeah, see, there's just a little line left there. So this way, now when we work, we can really see the orientation, how things are going to go. Let's go ahead and do this. There's a verse in the Bible that I love. I didn't look up the reference for it, but it says, "Despise not the day of small things." And I just think that's so relevant for so many different areas of our life. You know, referring to sometimes when we start something, it starts, I think whenever you start something, you start small. And it's like, don't despise those days, because those are very sweet, very precious times. And, you know, there are times when we can really set a goal and just trust the Lord for that. And usually when you look back on things in your life, those beginning times were really very special. That's my experience anyway. When things were small, I'm not saying I'm ever going to be a YouTube star. I'm just saying that verse does minister to me when I think about my, you know, YouTube channel. And I honestly don't, you know, not looking for numbers, but you have to see growth. You have to know that people are appreciating what you're doing and are getting something out of it. Or, you know, I could just be doing this and not taping, because believe me, if you've ever edited a video, it takes a tremendous amount of time. You know, it's a commitment, and it's one that I've made, and I've decided that I'm going to commit to 1 year and see how things go and see what kind of feedback I get, because honestly, I envision myself doing this for many years to come. That's how much I love it, for sure. And I'm really excited about growth in, you know, my painting and jelly printing and all the things that I love to do. And that's why this is just so perfect for me, because I enjoy so many aspects of art and really, really love it. And just committed myself to, you know, being better in those areas and just, you know, finding a community of people that appreciate it and love it as much as I do. And, you know, of course, a big part of this is me appreciating other people in this community. Oh my goodness. I mean, I have been so inspired by creators. That's why I'm doing this. There's no question about that. And I've mentioned them before, you know, Barbara from 49 Dragonflies and Louise Heinzel and Tracie Fox and Natasha from Treasure Books. She's amazing. So fun to watch. And Joie Defy. And oh my goodness, I could go on and on. There's so many that are so creative and inspiring, and it's just a joy really to watch them create. But if you're a person out there and you like doing this as well, I really feel like there is room for, you know, more people to join the community. Don't think that the YouTube community with journaling or this type of paper craft is saturated, because I don't think it is. And here's the thing. Oh, this is actually what I wanted to say, is that, you know, as I do my projects, I'm finding that I really think I'm probably a theme type person. I love abstract art, and I appreciate it like all get out. And I, you know, at times I will do some abstract things in my work, but I'm finding more and more that I really like a theme, which, I mean, I even think with an abstract type artist, they have a theme. Of course they do. I think you know what I'm talking about. I just think that that's probably who I am. And, you know, you never need to apologize or feel bad about that, because we all bring something different to the table. And as I'm telling this to you, I'm talking to myself, because you watch these incredible videos from these talented people and you're like, I wouldn't have thought of that idea in a million years. And that's okay, because you're bringing something else to the table they might not have thought of. And that's the beauty, you know, of individuals, that we all bring something different. So I'm just encouraging you, you know, if you're watching this and thinking, oh, I wish I could do something like that, or I'd like to start a YouTube video with my photography, or whatever it is, I would say go for it, give it a try. It's just fun to be creative. I mean, it's putting yourself out there. You know, there's some vulnerability involved. I'm not gonna lie. But how will you ever know if you don't try? I think that's probably the main thing I'm trying to say here. And as long as it's something you enjoy doing, why not go ahead and give it a whirl, because you're enjoying yourself. I mean, of course, you know, I'm approaching retirement, and I'm hoping that I might be able to turn this into some sort of a small supplemental income, of course. You know, as I retire in the years to come, but we'll see. That yet remains to be seen. I am taking one day at a time. All right, we need something right here, and then I'm going to put this beautiful little oak leaf with those acorns on there. Yeah, I think I do like that, but I'm going to put some of this washi down, because this stuff is pretty cool. There's just, oh, I see. That's what's throwing me off, because that's the background. That whole area needs something to calm that down, because it's making me a little crazy, to be honest with you. Okay, this deer. Oh, this is so pretty. This might be just the thing. Oh, I was going to say, for some of my friends who might subscribe to me know this, but I used to have a business, furniture, and home decor, and I closed up about a year ago. It was just getting a little bit physically too much, because, you know, dressers and farm tables are pretty heavy. And of course, you know, Kathy liked to make them and refurbish them, and I had a reality check, like, how much longer can I do this? As much as I loved it, I always had some handmade crafts in there because I love working with my hands. And the way I fell into journaling is that I had lunch with a friend who makes incredible cards. And she showed me her workroom, very organized. I will never be that organized. And I was just enthralled and said, oh my goodness. I came home and said to my husband, I used to actually make cards, but not to that degree. I would just, get some vintage postcards and vintage pictures and things and cut up some cardstock and just make a cute little thing of cards for my space that I had, my vendor space. But this friend of mine really motivated me to do this. So I started just buying some card making supplies and making some cards, and had a whole plan that I would just make all these cards ahead of time for friends and family and all different occasions and stockpile them. And I think I made 4. And, I'm working full time as well, so let's just put that out there. And then I came across, I'm trying to think who the first, I've been exposed to junk journaling before. In some of my shows that I would do, my vendor shows, there would be people there, of course, with their lovely junk journals and talking about the classes that they did, and I was always intrigued by it and just could not even wrap my mind around how they could make those unbelievable journals. And then I saw a YouTube video online, and I just became it didn't take long. I was like, wait a minute, wait 1 minute. This is something I am interested in. So I just started watching videos and then made my first journal. Oh, so to back up a little bit, I did have a YouTube channel with my last business, and I think I probably only made 10 or 15 videos, and I was actually selling paint for a DIY, Deb's DIY, and I was selling some Iron Orchid products. And so I started doing some videos to showcase those products. But then I kind of started becoming like a shipment center and having to carry these products and ship them out of my basement. And I was just like, one day, what am I doing? This is not something I can sustain. I don't even want it to grow any bigger because, good Lord, I don't have the energy or anything to do that. So I had some friends working for me and helping out, and we had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs, and but I just knew that it was coming to an end. So then I guess what really made the change was we decided to sell our house and downsize. And oh, I wanted to put this owl up here. This owl is super cute. So where do we have the brown going on? So we sold our house, and it sold really quick, and which was very surprising. We were very thankful and decided that we would, oh gosh, I love that gold. Just rent for a while till, well, the house sold so quick that we had to rent because there was no way we were going to find it, and it wasn't a good market to buy. So we ended up moving to a condominium. So that's really when I decided, you know what, I cannot sustain this business anymore. I don't have anywhere to work. I lost my workroom when we sold the house. And I put everything in storage. I'm talking like 2 huge storage areas. And then I made a decision I was at a vendor at a beautiful, beautiful shop. I had a very large space and told them that I was done. And I mean, that was hard. I'd been doing it for years. I did, I was a vendor there, and then I would also do some shows a few times a year where you had to, bring everything, set up, stage. It's a tremendous amount of work, but I loved it. So I did it for a long time. So we sell the house, we put everything in storage, and now I'm kind of like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? So I had a couple of really large, very successful sales. And it was so much work. I mean, I'm talking a huge moving truck and people to help lug it and carry it and paying people to help. And I finally was just like, you know what? I think I'm done. Let's get out of this while I'm still having fun. And my last 2 sales were just incredible and so much fun. And I absolutely, absolutely loved it. And that's when I decided to get out of that. But yeah, I didn't have the space to do it anymore. But it was really a blessing in disguise because I think I knew in my heart of hearts that I was done as well. So that's how that all went. And then I had lunch with my friend, who was an incredible card maker. And then, as my friends and I have a special saying, if you're from across the pond, Bob's your uncle. Oh my gosh, the laughs that we have. So, yeah, the rest is history. So I started journaling, and I think it embodies everything that I love. I said it in a video once before. It's like texture, it's paper, it's color, it's just everything that I really, really like. And I get to sew. It's so much fun. And then I get to improve my skills because I want to continue painting and using watercolor, and so it's a win-win situation. So I really, really like it. If you're a creative person, and you will understand, and if you're watching this, I'm sure you are, that if you have that creative side to you, that creative gene, it's almost like you really have to do something with it. I'm not being weird. I'm just saying it's a God-given gift, and it's something that you really, I think it's important to pay attention to that, So that's my story. I'm a nurse practitioner. I have an incredible, incredible job. I call it my pre-retirement job. I do stress tests. And after working in the ICU for many years, it is an incredible job. Let's just put it that way. I'm so thankful. So I will stay there probably until I can't do it anymore. That's really the reason I put out 1 video a week, because I'm working. If I could, I would put out 2 or 3. What I would like to do, to be honest with you, is do some shorts. But every time I try to do a quick project, I don't know. I need to figure it out, guys. I just have a hard time. I have a hard time with just sending out a quick little video. Not because I'm a perfectionist, but I don't know. I just have a hard time with it. I did something very cool at the beginning of the week. I thought, oh, here you go. Here's a quick little thing that you can post. And it never made it. It was, I jelly printed hydrangeas that came out beautiful. And it's just that I want to do something more with them than just do a little video of me, you know, I want to make tags, or I want to make this, or I want to make that with them. And so there they sit, and I could have had probably a really cute little short reel or something to post, and I didn't, because I felt like I needed to do something more. So I really need to wrap my brain around just doing something quick, so maybe I can post a little bit more once a week. I don't like that text being crooked like that. I have this cute little Shakespeare book. He was born in 1564. Wow, I didn't know that. Let me do something right here to these sides. I don't know if I have a stencil small enough. You know what? Yes, I am going to do that. Why not? Let's just go ahead and stencil that real quick. What the heck? How nice would that be? So I got these cute little, the mini stencils from Tim Holtz. I'm having fun with them. Oh my gosh. I put off getting them because I thought, oh, they're so small. What am I going to do with those? Oh, they're fun. They are fun, fun, fun. And I got some rusty Hinge, and I haven't tried it yet. So I am going to go ahead and get a new brush, and I'll show you guys what I do with my brushes. I mean, it's not like, you know, rocket science or anything. It's just something I like to do. So all of my brushes, I write on here with white the name of, because some of the, you know, stains are pretty close. So I just take a little alcohol and give it a little shot just to make sure that will stick good. And then I just write. Let me just make sure that's dry, because I haven't used the rusty Hinge yet. Well, that's not coming out too well, but I can read it. See, rusty Hinge. So just in case I have some shades that are kind of close. Oh, I've been wanting to try this. These are my colors. I might have to go over that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so, oops. This is, yeah, okay, let me just see. Oh yeah, that's really orange. Oh, come on. Look at that. It's cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like it. So yeah, guys, I'm asking today for some feedback. I need some comments from you. Yes, we like your videos. No, just stick to being a nurse practitioner. God, it would really kill me if anybody said that. I'm just totally asking for some honest feedback here. And if you like my videos, if you want me to continue, if there's anything like you would like to see, because, you know, I'm really doing this for you. I mean, I'm doing this for me because I love doing it, but I'm doing this for you guys. But I don't know who anybody is. Nobody says hi. Nobody says hi. I'm like, okay. I know I do have some subscribers out there, but everybody's very, very quiet. Oh. I know this is busy. This is busy, but I love it. As you've seen, if you've watched some of my videos, you probably know that Kathy loves color. I really do. Oh, this came out good. I like that. And what I'm going to do is challenge myself right here. So I just want to put something over the right there. That's again neutral, please. I need neutral. I'm going to challenge myself to do something really fun. I was thinking about it because I was looking at all this colorful stuff I've done, and I'm like, why don't you challenge yourself to do something like an all white journal, like different shades of white, of course. So I'm going to do that and see how I do with that, because I think it would be a good exercise for me. There's nothing wrong with color. I just think that it would be good for me to appreciate more of a monochromatic palette, and I think if I make myself do that, that I might, you know, appreciate it, or maybe just say, I'm going to limit myself to using 3 colors. We'll see. Some people, you know, don't like to use a lot of color. And I think that their style's amazing. But, you know, yeah, it's one of the things I really like about doing this. If you said, what's my favorite color? I would say green, without question. I love green, all shades of it. I'm a redhead, and I don't know, I just have always, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I just, oh yeah, that's going to go right there. That's going to go right there, so I just need something here. I think maybe we'll put another piece of this. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Okay, I am going to go for a walk. And when I come back, we will do the back side of this. I've already made a couple goodies to go in these beautiful little pockets there, so we should be able to get this wrapped up. So while that needs a few remaining things, I want to flip it over and do a little bit to the back. So because this back flips up and that comes down, I want this to be in this direction. I think I might put a piece of washi across this intersection, and I think it will help. I'm just going to use my 3-in-1, and then I have this beautiful little gal picking apples that I just love. So I was thinking if I used this, then she could go here, and even though when you close this, you only see her legs, I think it's okay, because I'd really like to use her on here. There. I like. We need a stamp here. I want to just keep moving with the paper, and I'll come back and get out my stamps and do a stamp there. Okay, so this will go upright, and I had a couple of things I really wanted to use. I found this bag that I thought I could take apart. And maybe we'll do some washi up the side. Does that look good? It was very fun for me to talk with you guys about all that stuff. I've been wanting to do that. And somehow it just seemed like the right day to share a little bit. So that was fun. And I'd love to hear something about you as well. If anybody wants to tell me what your favorite thing to craft with is, or Are you a journaler, card maker, artist? Like, what are your favorite mediums you like to work with? You know what else might be a fun exercise? I'm getting myself in trouble here. I definitely am. Before I sign up for anything, I have to really think it through. I was going to say timing yourself. I think that also might be a fun thing to do. Because I have to tell you, when I was talking before and just gabbing on, I wasn't thinking about so much what I was putting down. And I was actually making decisions a lot faster, and I think there's something to be said about that. Okay, so we need something in here. A little something. Okay, little fella. You get to come. This is how Joie, is it Joie Defy or Joie Defy? I don't know. I'm sorry, Joie, that I don't know how to pronounce your last name. She is an amazing, amazing journalist and teacher. But what she likes to do with collaging is she goes down the middle and leaves her sides open so she can kind of leave little tuck spaces for stuff. And being the gluer that I am, it's sometimes hard for me to do, but I am learning. Never used these cool root vegetables, did I? Oh, you know what might be neat with these? Yes. I'm going to make a little stamp out of them. Yeah. Let me find the right background. Love that. And I might even put a little postmark or something on there. That's cute. I'm thinking I'm going to challenge myself. How fun would that be? Give yourself like 15 minutes to do a certain project and just really get her done. I think it might be a good idea. I think it might be a good exercise. Because I'm sure, not I think, I'm sure, I know I do anyway, is that overthinking is just huge. Yeah, I think with a little black stamping in here, this will be nice. Okay, so this, all we have left to do is right there. So let's see how we're looking. We've got our beautiful girl picking apples, a nice vintage pumpkin. We turn it over, and we've got that fun collage that's just dying for a little bit of stamps. Look at this. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. It's just how it is. I mean, I guess I could stop the video every few minutes and clean things up, but I don't know. I'm just telling you, that's the reality. Okay, so that when this comes down, that's what you're going to see. So let's try to get a little something, I keep saying that, a little something more neutral. How about that, Kathy? Oh, plaid makes everything better, doesn't it? Give this a little trim and see what we're looking at. All right, so now we can really kind of decide what we want to put on here. Ooh, look. Nice. This needs to go on that little front cover somewhere. Oh, yeah. All right, let's add some stamps. Okay, so I went ahead and added some stamps. This is looking pretty good. I just wanted to show you. I just added a couple of these little tags, bookmarks, just some fun things. But yeah, this is a great project. I hope you'll try it. And as you can see, you could do it for any occasion and just collage for whatever you want. I found this really cute little multicolored tie here that I thought would be fun. I put an eyelet in. So let's just go ahead and do this, get this tied. Yeah, guys, so thanks for listening to me go on and on. I'm sitting here thinking, you know, I'm basically, you know, when you do these projects and these videos, you're kind of like talking to yourself because they're not live, of course. So, yeah, it would be good to hear from you guys. Let's see how this looks. Oh, I like it. I like those multicolors. I think that's really pretty. Just trim that a little bit. It's a little bit long. And there we go. So here, let's look at our 3. So we've got this little cutie pie. So I decided, I put the bird on here. I decided not to do the little paper ribbon on there. We've got our Wind in the Willows, which was so fun. We've got our other fall inspired flip pocket. Just packed with goodies, all ready to give to somebody. If you have any questions about the process, please ask, and I would be happy to reply. Yeah, so thanks again for your time. I know this was a long video, and I appreciate all who stayed through till the end. And even if you did a flip through, that's fine as well. You know, our time is precious, and we don't always have a whole lot of time to sit and watch videos. And but I sure do thank you. All right, I'm just getting this tied. Put all these cute guys together. And how fun is that, right? There you be. Okay, love you guys. Bye.